Hello, my name is Mr. Tome, and I'm the sculpture teacher here at Champlin Park High School. Sculpture is a class where we create three-dimensional art. A lot of times we're working with clay since we're in a clay studio here at the high school, but really we can use a variety of different materials to create 3D artwork. Now, sculpture is a high success class, no matter what your ability level is. So whether you're a freshman or a senior, anyone can have success in sculpture class. It is a hands-on project-based course where we create three-dimensional art, and we use a variety of different techniques. There's the additive, subtractive, linear, and planar process that we'll follow using a variety of different materials, primarily clay, in the art studio. And sculpture is an opportunity to be creative every single day, doing hands-on projects, finding creative solutions to three-dimensional problems, and it should be a lot of fun. Here's one of our first projects in Sculpture 1. We're going to make a clay mask. We're going to use a drape mold. That means we're going to have a flat slab of clay that we drape over a form. It's going to be partially human, partially non-human. And so as an artist, you'll have to find a creative solution to bridge those two characteristics together in an expressive way. Here you can see an artist using a slab of clay to make a three-dimensional form. You just have to use a mold and drape a slab of clay over that mold to create different forms. So we'll do that to create this mask. Next, one of our biggest projects is creating a clay head. We call it a bust. We're going to use an armature to create a large, proportional human head. And we'll learn a lot about facial structure and proportions and about this additive clay building process. For this project, we'll use an armature that we'll create in class and add clay to create a proportional human head. We'll learn a lot about facial structure and techniques and proportion with this project, and we'll go through it step by step together. So it's a pretty fun project. We're also going to be doing some figurative sculpture. Again, we're going to use clay to create a proportional human figure. And we can take that human figure and put it into a creative, expressive composition that's interesting from every angle. And we'll be utilizing some basic clay building techniques to make this figure out of clay. At Champlin Park, our sculpture class happens in our clay studio, so we try to use clay as much as we can for the projects in this class, because it's a pretty fun material to work with that gives you a lot of options and a lot of possibilities for being creative. Now, even though we're in a clay studio, we will break away from clay at one point and work with some different materials. And so here you can see some student artwork. These students use aluminum wire to create three-dimensional forms with a single line. So to sculpt with wire, we'll use needle nose pliers and a variety of different techniques to create the 3D forms that we'll need for our subject. So here's another non-clay process that we're going to approach in sculpture class. So instead of just using line like we did with our wire sculptures, we can use shape to create three-dimensional forms. And so a lot of times in sculpture, we're thinking about space and how we can be creative with that space from all different angles. So again, in sculpture class, we're going to use clay and a variety of other materials to create three-dimensional artwork. And every day you have an opportunity to be creative. You get to do hands-on projects every single day, trying to find a creative solution to a set of design parameters. Should be a lot of fun. Again, my name is Mr. Tome, and this is Sculpture 1.